Welcome, friends. My name is Avinash and I welcome all of you to another interesting episode of Corporate Face to Face series. Friends, in this corporate series, we introduce to you emerging companies from emerging sectors and try to talk to the promoters of such companies so that all of us can understand their company's operations better. Friends, today we have got a very interesting company which is going to hit the capital market very soon. The company's name is Esconet Technologies Limited, and we have the privilege and pleasure of having Mr. Santosh Kumar Agrawal, who is the chairman and managing director of the company. Santosh ji, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you for giving us your valuable time today. I am pretty confident कि सर ये छोटे इंटरव्यू में हम आपके साथ बहुत कुछ आपके कंपनी के बारे में पता करेंगे एंड ऑल आवर व्यूअर्स विल बेनिफिट सिग्निफिकेंटली फ्रॉम दिस इंटरव्यू.
थैंक यू सर.
तो संतोष जी, पहला सवाल जो मेरा है वो ये कि हमको आपके कंपनी के बारे में थोड़ा बिजनेस मॉडल के बारे में समझा दीजिए और ये कंपनी आपने कभी सेटअप की, कितनी पुरानी है और हमारा जो पोजीशनिंग है इस इंडस्ट्री में वो किस प्रकार का पोजीशनिंग है, तो इसके बारे में आप जरा बताइए.
तो मैं पहले कंपनी का हिस्ट्री के बारे में आता हूँ. सो बेसिकली हमारी कंपनी आवर कंपनी इज 11 years old. It was incorporated in 2012. But having said that, we were in the same business since almost 3 decades. So we started this business in 98 and we have been continuing doing that. Earlier it was under the name of Electro Sales Corporation, which was a partnership firm. Me and my brother Sunil Agrawal started this business in 98, and as we grew, one day we thought that we should get this company formally incorporated, and that is how Esconet Technologies got born. Our focus all these years has been in reinvesting whatever money we make, reinvest in the business and keep it growing. About the products and services, what we do. So basically, we are in the IT infrastructure space. We do hardware as well as software, both. So we match the right hardware with the right kind of software platform. And we have a proven track record of 100% success rate with all our customers and 100% customer satisfaction as well. We manufacture supercomputing systems. We manufacture high performance systems, data storage devices, graphics, high-end graphics workstation. Most of these devices today are being used in the artificial intelligence and machine learning domain. Today, AI and ML is the in thing, and there is a huge demand for this kind of hardware as well as software stack. So we do use some open source software stack and offer it to our customers on top of our own Hexadata brand hardware. We partner with companies like AMD, NVIDIA, Intel to manufacture these systems and deliver it to our customers. Second business model is our we do that business through our subsidiary company zCloud Services, wherein we have created data center infrastructure and try to sell services to our customers for infrastructure as a service, backup, disaster recovery, or desktop as a service, wherein customers do not need to invest on any they do not have to deploy any capital expenditure, and they keep consuming IT and as an operative expense. And apart from that, we partner with multiple, I would say, multinational OEMs, which are the leaders in their domain. Cisco, HPE, Dell Technologies, VMware, Microsoft, Scality, etc. And we partner with more number of software companies rather than hardware companies, because with software we can add more value to the customer and increase our profitability as well. Hardware definitely is more competitive. So this is what we do in a nutshell.
In fact, very nicely articulated by you, Santosh ji. Now, Santosh ji, tell me one thing. I was reading your presentation and prospectus. I understand that you do a little bit of white labeling for products and services. Then you got your services portfolio. If you could tell us, little more in detail, what exactly do you do in these verticals? If you could please explain.
So white labeling, basically, we used to do till 2018. That white boxed products or unbranded products, whatever we call it, was we started moving it to Hexadata. So 2018 onwards, we launched the brand name of Hexadata and we started moving to Hexadata because unless I do that, I cannot create a brand name of my own and I cannot consistently say this is the market share what I have. Today, a customer comes to me with a repeat requirement of Hexadata brand, wherein earlier he used to go anywhere and give the specification and buy. So that is the difference what we have created and a customer pull we have created through the branding. So basically, I would say the total market size of the servers or the total addressable market size for India only for servers, analysts estimate that it is around 14,500 crores. And as per their estimates, it grows by around, it should grow by around 8% year on year. But my personal estimate is it will definitely grow much faster because the cost of AI and ML enabled hardware is almost like 3x to 4x. So those older estimates are definitely going to change, and the growth rate will be very, very steep now.
Okay.
And moreover, we are not able to cater to a significant portion of this TAM. We are only able to do a minuscule business there, and possibilities are endless.
I think Santoshji nicely articulated again. Now tell me one thing, Santoshji, what is the company's efforts on new product development? And second question which I would like to ask is that you mentioned data center infrastructure. Now does it mean that we actually set up the data center infrastructure for some clients, because the data center business is also growing very rapidly. So sir, if you can tell us something on this, what is the activity which the company does on these kind of activities?
So talking about data centers, yes, we do data centers. We have been doing that day in, day out for various customers. So one of the projects which is close to my heart is the global data center, which we built for ONGC Videsh Limited, which is accessed by all their offices across the globe. So IT became central to that data center, and every user across the globe is consuming data from that data center only today. So that they have abolished all distributed computing after that. So that was a great success story, and we have been building that repeating that success story every year. So we have done that with multiple customers. What was the other question? Sorry, I missed on that.
I was saying that in terms of new product development, Santoshji.
Okay, so
give us some
new product development. Yeah, so coming back to new products, technology itself is so agile. Every day there is innovation in the market. Every other OEM will come up with a new technology, a new product. So we are always constantly on the learn mode. And we keep on embracing new technologies. For example, we were one of the first initial ones who adopted cloud technology 10 years back, when there was no Google, no Azure, no AWS at that time. They all came later in the market. But we were the first ones who adopted cloud services through some niche players, delivering our own services, kind of OpEx-based services. So we have been doing that. But on the Hexadata front, yes, we are constantly innovating. As and when we see a demand from customers. So right now we are working on object storage on Hexadata platform, which is the current requirement. It has many use cases such as cloud native applications, container applications, backup repositories, etc. So we are working on that, and very soon we think we should be able to launch that product.
I think very nice to hear, Santoshji. Now, Santoshji, if you could tell us, what is the breakup between private sector and public sector clientele, and if you could share some names of some marquee customers, that would help our investors to understand your company better.
So we work with in the government sector. We work with Ministry of Defense, Ministry of IT. On the education, which is government funded education, we work with IITs, triple ITs, and PSUs like ONGC, Bharat Electronics, Engineers India. In the private sector, we have various brands. So Merino Industries is one customer, CJ Darsal Logistics is one customer, MapMy India is one, Morpen Laboratories is another. So we have an impressive list of client lists, but at least I think that is we have done a commendable job there, covering many customers.
No, no, definitely, Santosh ji, you have done a very good job. In fact, I was seeing your customer list, बहुत बढ़िया नाम है, और it also shows, what is your execution and quality, kind of capability. Now tell me one thing, sir. Basically, we have been in the market for such a long time. I've got two questions. One is, first of all, what is the kind of competitive moat we enjoy? Like we do our job to the best of our quality, customers come, repeat business मिलता है. हमारी कंपनी में ऐसा क्या है संतोष जी जो हम दूसरे से बेहतर करते हैं? व्हाट कुड बी द क्वालिटेटिव पॉजिटिव्स फॉर आवर कंपनी? बिकॉज नंबर्स तो सभी ने देखे हैं, बट आपकी सर्विस है, क्वालिटी है, आपकी एग्जीक्यूशन है. So can you tell us what is so special about Esconet which we are doing better and that has obviously benefited the company? So if you could share your thoughts.
Okay, so first of all, we do like we always keep customer first in our mind. कि कस्टमर के चेयर पे बैठ करके सोचो कि व्हाट विल मेक सेंस टू हिम, रादर देन एक रेडीमेड सॉल्यूशन या रेडीमेड प्रोडक्ट ले जाकर के कस्टमर के दिस इज द प्रोडक्ट एंड दिस इज द प्राइस. That does not work with every customer, I believe. I think that if I had to buy this product, would this product make sense to me, or would the solution make sense to me? Secondly, what we normally do is most of our sales team has a knack of problem solving. Talk to the customer, understand his business processes, and find ways and means where there is a scope of improvisation. Then understand how can we implement that? Can we give him significant value through that improvisation? Yes. Go to the customer, talk to him, and definitely it is a great deal for you. Then
I think very again nicely articulated, Santosh ji. Now, Santosh ji, one related question is, what is the level of competitive intensity in our business? Like, are there many players in the organized, in the unlisted space which compete with us? I mean, मेरे ख्याल से देखो हर इंडस्ट्री में competitors तो होते हैं, but हमारे इंडस्ट्री में intensive competition है या selected pockets में ही आपको you will see players? I mean, is there a market available for everybody and is enough margin left for everybody, or is it a very competitive intensive market? If you could just share your thoughts.
there definitely is competition in the market, but as I said before also, the market size is so huge that if you actually spread out and look for opportunities, there are plenty full of opportunities. Competition is definitely there from multiple multinational companies also and local homegrown companies also. We do face competition, but finally you have in front of the customer, you have to go and differentiate yourself, and that is how you are able to gather business.
I think rightly said. Santosh ji, now tell me one thing on a very normal basis, assuming you get an order from a public sector organization or a private sector customer, how is the pricing done? Like, obviously you must be looking at the contract size, the delivery kind of schedule. Normally, हमारे contracts में pricing कैसे decide होती है? Like, is it depending on the scope of the project, or do you have some standard packages or some standard, kind of businesses where you have done work? So you give a proposal which is based on some configurations. So pricing के बारे में sir बताइए कि how do we finally decide the final selling price for any customer?
So in case of PSU and government business, it most of the time the RFP dictates what is the deliverable, how is the service to be delivered, what will be the locations, what is the kind of skill set required to deliver those services or products and services both. And we have a pricing mechanism wherein we calculate the number of resources required, what kind of supplies would be required, what location, what are the challenges of reaching there, because sometimes the locations are very odd. And based on that, we do a markup and estimate what is the kind of competition we are facing. What means after seeing so many bids, we understand that this is the kind of markup we can easily keep, and we decide on the price and quote.
Okay.
And our hit ratio there is pretty good.
So basically, can I, understand and assume that private sector offers you a better margin picture? Santosh ji, if you can just, without putting a number, if you could just tell us.
No, I would not. I would differ there. It is not that. Sometimes the government sector also gives you decent margins.
Okay.
Uh, we definitely have to do a balance between both. So
Okay.
private sector definitely gives margins wherein a customer becomes dependent on you.
Correct.
But at the same time, government sector also gives you decent margins.
Okay. Okay. Okay, now Santoshji, coming to your financial, very good numbers for FY23, 98 crores top line, 3.18 crores of profit. And I think the first 6 months have also been very strong up to September. Now tell us, without again putting a number, Santoshji, uh, पूरे साल का आउटलुक कैसे लग रहा है? We are already in the month of February now, so FY24 will get over soon. So without putting a number, सर आपको आउटलुक कैसे लग रहा है अगले 2-3 साल में? How do you see the market opportunity for us? Because first of all, as you said, the opportunity is very large. But for Esconet, how is the strategy being planned so that you all can grab a large market share and benefit from this upsurge and this huge tailwind in the sector?
So for the current financial year, I would say that we will live up to the expectations. Like we have been growing at a CAGR of around 35% plus year on year since last 5 years, and we should be easily be able to maintain that. Having said that, we hope that this IPO will be successful and we'll get our required working capitals. And once we are able to utilize that raised capital, growth will be enormous for the next 2 3 years. On top of it, we have good visibility of the market, very positive visibility, and we should be able to grow the numbers exponentially.
Okay. संतोष जी, नॉर्मली इन दिस बिजनेस इज इट अ ऑर्डर बुक ड्रिवन बिजनेस, यानी ऑर्डर बुक पहले से अपने को पता होती है, उसके बाद आपका रेवेन्यू आता है, या बेसिकली इट इज बेस्ड ऑन द कस्टमर्स रिक्वायरमेंट्स? आई मीन, हाउ डज इट वर्क लाइक?
No, we do not have an order book model. Our sales cycle are very short. On top of it, sales cycle is typically 1 to 2 months time. And once we close the order gets closed in 60 days to 90 days at max.
Okay.
And most of the orders get closed in say 15-20 days also.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So Santosh ji, now talking about the working capital part, normally by the time you get the order, you execute it, it goes to the customer pays you back. What is the normal working capital cycle in our business? If you take debtors, inventories, how much money normally is locked up in these two inputs? If you could give us some idea.
Sir, our inventory cycle is around 45 days and our credit to customer on average is around 40-45 days again.
Okay. Okay. So that's the normal working capital cycle which you are saying. Okay.
Yes.
And Santosh ji,
And certain components for our manufacturing processes, we do need to import wherein we have to make advance payments.
okay, fine. But otherwise, I think the working capital cycle is tightly maintained between say 85 to say 95 odd days. That is what
Yes,
I
yes.
get. Okay, now Santosh ji, the most important question today is that we are making a public issue now. So basically, if you could give us some idea about what is the size of the issue, what is the objective of the issue, and when are we opening? When is the issue opening? If you could give us some inputs for the benefit of our viewers.
Okay, so we are offering some 33 lakhs. We are offering 33,60,000 equity shares at a price in a price band of 81 to 84 rupees.
Okay.
And total issue size will be 28.22 crores.
Okay. And this money is going to be used largely for working capital or any corporate capex, any capex which you are planning?
So we need out of this we plan to utilize 16 crores for our working capital requirements. 2.5 crores will be invested in Z Cloud services, which is our cloud services arm, for capacity augmentation and improvisation of securities and all the related matters. And the rest goes into general corporate.
And Santosh ji, as on debt, as on day, what could be the total leverage, total debt on the books हमारी कितना होगा roughly मोटा मोटी?
That should be between 10 to 11 crores.
Okay, fine. So 10 to 12 crores should be the total debt on the books. Okay.
Yeah, as of date, that is, out of which a significant portion is a short-term debt also, which anyways is supposed to
Yeah.
be repaid very
Okay. Okay. Acha, Santosh ji, now another question which is very important from the investor standpoint. You all have you have actually created this company which is very commendable. Your journey as an entrepreneur has now culminated into now the public issue. So now new investors are going to come in. They are going to join in as growth partners in your growth journey over the next say 3-4 years. So as a promoter of the company, obviously everybody is in the market to make money. But sir, आपके तरफ से will you give a small message to the forthcoming investors? आप उनको क्या मैसेज देना चाहते हो लॉन्ग टर्म में सर ये कंपनी कैसे उनको रिवॉर्ड करेगी?
So, my message to investors would be very, very clear. Trust in me, and I will not fail you. We are here sitting, means without this IPO also, we have grown this company to this level. And with this kind of funds and this kind of confidence shown by investors, we'll definitely multiply this.
ठीक है, I think very nicely said, Santosh ji, because looking at your company's business product, your financial performance, I'm quite sure the IPO will be a grand success. Last question, Santosh ji, which I ask all promoters. See, you have managed this company so well. Of course, COVID was a very abnormal kind of event in the history of our country as well as globally. Now, tell me what is the single most risk factor in our business, and how have we managed this risk so well? भगवान की कृपा से सर सब कुछ ठीक हो रहा है, लेकिन हमने ये रिस्क कैसे मैनेज किया है इसके बारे में बताइए।
Sir, I do not see any significant risk in my company, personally speaking. We have seen bad times as demonetization, as bad times as the Y2K surge and then the slump. We have seen the dot-com bubble. We did make do good business during the peaks, and thereafter we saw that slump, and we were able to manage to sustain. So I don't think there is any problem with any major risk. Yes, definitely, geophysical risk will always be there. Tomorrow, if India goes in war with China or Pakistan, so that probably nobody can foresee. And there definitely is a risk, but that risk is with everybody, and that much of risk one should take to do business.
नहीं ठीक है संतोष जी, will execution be a risk? Execution का जो आपका track record है, any project you take, is execution a risk or you're comfortable that execution will be perfect from your side?
Execution will never be a risk, sir, till the time I am alive. I'll tell you very frankly, because I am hands-on and I go deep into each and every project and see that it is done end-to-end. Moreover, we have a very highly motivated and experienced team. Most of our salespeople are 10 plus years of experience. Our technical team is very, very strong, and we keep hiring the best of the best people in the market. So I do not see any execution risks.
Santosh ji, one last.
And we will not touch a project which we feel that we will not be able to deliver.
Santosh ji, one last question. See, from a promoter perspective, what are the key areas which you see in the business? Like, आपका functional areas क्या होंगे? And obviously, how big is the team size in terms of number of employees? Because that could give us a flavor of how big the company is. उसमें कितना investment लोगों में employees में भी गया है.
We are approximately around 50 people company, out of which 37 people are professional, rest are business support persons. Our team, sorry, I forgot your question.
I said, what are the functional areas, Santosh ji, which you handle?
So I handle the finance part. I handle the technology part as to what technology to adopt in the future. And basically I am acting as a CTO also for this company.
Okay.
And I handle the finance. These are the two functional areas which I majorly handle. Apart from certain customer relationship where the customer wants to see my face, definitely I'm there, because customer is always first for me.
I think Santosh ji, thank you very much. बहुत अच्छी तरह से sir आपने हमको time देके you explained the company very nicely to us. So viewers, if you like the video, please like it and share it. We definitely would like that you know like and share it, because this is definitely a promising company. And Santosh ji, once again, in conclusion, accept my best wishes to you, your entire management team, and best wishes for your forthcoming IPO. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.